maybe the third overall pick's a curse.
You think so?
Oh, dude, look at Jabari Smith Jr. in Houston.
Yeah, what's going on with Jabari?
Yeah, dude, I don't know. I thought he'd blow up this season,
Me
but
too.
he's not. I feel like at this point, Amin Thompson probably took a lot of his expectations now.
You think the expectations with Udoka, it kind of changed the way he approached the game? Like it's more like okay, now you have to score. This is what we was talking about earlier. Now you have to score your
Yeah.
points within this framework that we have.
Yes.
Can you
And
get
then
your 18 points on 8 shots instead of
yeah.
no, can you get your 18 points on 12 shots instead of, or less than that, instead of you jacking up 21?
Because bro, there'll be games I watch of Houston and I forget he's a basketball. Like I forget he's a part of the Houston Rockets.
Yeah, when I went to the Houston game, I forgot he was there. I was looking at they have another player coming off the bench. Was it Eason?
Sorry, Easton.
Yeah, he's like
He's a
he plays,
hooper.
yeah, he plays good defense. I was like, fuck, who is that guy?
I love
He
Tori
was
Easton.
balling.
Yeah,
Really good defense. Yeah, Houston is
he's
very
a great player.
switchable. Very
Oh yeah,
switchable
their
team.
defense is great, right? And Jabari, on paper, on size, everything, you would think he also fits into that mold of
Yeah.
what Houston's trying to do. But I don't know. I think with him, it comes back to the same problem. You're the man in your university, but now you're playing next to Şengün, who's the Rockets extended, and they made it clear that he's our star. You're playing next to Jalen Green, who the Rockets made clear that he's a star. Amin Thompson, an upcoming younger player. You look at Freddie VanVleet, obviously, Dylan Brooks. So a lot of your shots are going to be taken, right? But you also have
Correct.
to adjust to that and kind of build your game around being a more off-ball player.
And,
I think Jabari, he hasn't really built that. Not only on the offensive end, I just don't really see him that significant on defense.
yeah, and like you said, the shedding the identity, because now
Yeah.
Houston. I don't want to say that is Şengün their power forward or center.
Power forward.
See, that's the thing. Now Jabari, I'm pretty sure coming up, and especially in the United States, people knew his name. He knew who ranked higher than him. Now all of a sudden, a dude you never heard of out of Europe took your spot. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how does he react to that? And it's the same thing with Scoot. Is Scoot adjusting to the fact that there may be players in his draft class or below or above him in the other draft class that he never heard of, and they're doing their thing in the NBA, and he's like, whoa, everyone knew my name, but yet I'm averaging less points than him. I'm getting less minutes.
I'm not the man
than him.
anymore.
Yeah, it's like, can they adjust to that? And that's my problem with we were talking about earlier with the overtime and those type of social media brands. They're building up these false characters into these young kids before they get to really even prove anything.
You know, at one point, Jabari Smith Jr., at one point, he was considered like the clear first overall pick. You know, it took until the draft night for Orlando to change their decision.
Wow.
To go with Paulo Banchero. And Paulo Banchero, obviously, he's become a star. It's like a borderline, like soon to be all-star in like 1 or 2 seasons, right? And you obviously look at Chet Holmgren, who probably had a lot more pressure being into a star, and he's turned into one. But with Jabari, it seems like, third year coming in, you kind of like figure out a player, right? Because Jabari, I kind of view him as an experimental guy, good body, everything. You kind of expect like a player to figure it out. But him, I don't know. I feel like he hasn't really figured it out, then become a noteworthy guy.
It makes sense now. Now you said it like this. Think about it. They projected him to be the #1 overall pick. Everyone knew his name. He should have been on top of Paulo. But instead, Paulo gets chosen. Now Paulo gets to 35 minutes a game. He gets to average all these points. And now he's stuck behind Şengün, a player he never heard of. And can he shed that fucking identity? This is the issue right here. This is the issue. Like, these dudes are going through like psychological, I don't want to say psychological damage, but they're going through like multiple deaths. Like, they have to let that 17-year-old to like 14-year-old kind of caricature that they built up, They gotta let that
Yeah.
shit die as soon as they come
And
in the
now it's
NBA.
all beginning to know, right?
Yeah.
Now you kind of have to grow up. But also, like, dude, I think, like, let's be honest, I think Chet Holmgren had more pressure into becoming a star than Jabari Smith.
But think about it. To be perceived to be the number one overall pick, the consensus,
Yes.
that means your name is well known. You're up there.
No, you're up there. Like, since high school, right? Like, since freshman year of high school, you've been up there.
Yeah. That's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough. And to be sitting behind Şengün, it makes sense why he's struggling.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
makes
100%, bro.
sense
Because now the
now.
ball is in a lot of hands. Like, is in Freddie Van Vliet's hand, is in Şengün, Jalen Green. Then you
Mm-hmm.
have a lot of the guys that rather like develop. Like if you're Houston at this point, like why? I think Torrey Houston is from the same draft class. He's much more significant, and he embraces his role much easier than as compared to like Jabari Smith Jr. Right?
Yep. It all makes sense now because I'm looking at Jabari, and Jabari got 2 years left on his deal.
Yes. So I
So
think what? So I
wow.
think extensions work what like coming into your fourth year, right? All Star break coming into your fourth year.
Yeah, it's gonna be 12 million. It's gonna be 12 million for next year for him.
Yeah. Yes. So I'm asking like how does like extensions usually
Oh
work
yeah,
around
next season, before the start of next season, he has to. Houston can give him another extension, which would be his first like
so third year.
yeah
So after the third year.
yeah. So basically, before next season starts, before October 23rd or whatever it is, he has to. Him and Houston would have to come to a deal. So right now, he's basically playing for his money right now. So he's
Yes.
basically in a contract year right now.
And if Houston doesn't, he's
Restricted.
unrestricted
No, he's
restricted free
yeah,
agent.
he'd be
Yes,
a
yes, yes.
restricted. Yep.
So he's either a signing trade or a cheap ass contract.
Wow. So right now he's playing with pressure
Mm-hmm.
to play well. So by the time this summer can
Yeah.
hit, they can talk real extension.
Yeah.
And he's trying to max it because he's a second overall pick. So him
Yes.
coming to the full max of that rookie scale extension is really high. That number is
I
really
believe
high.
third overall pick. Yeah.
Yo, but here's another politics with teams. Sometimes when they don't
Mhm.
want to pay guys, they sort of put them in a position where they're not set up to ask for the full money at the
Yeah.
end of that. Like, look at RJ Barry. He couldn't get the full max
No.
for third overall, because the Knicks now put him in a position where he was the third string guy behind Randall and Brunson.
Yes.
So
And also with him, it's like a lot of situations change right during this time. Because you remember they added like the weird. Remember when they had that weird forward situation in New York, where it's like Marcus Morris Senior, uh, Bobby Portis,
yeah,
Julius Randle. So they kind of made it a weird. Like he's seen culture changes so many times. So they use that against him, right? And I think the Rockets would probably use this against him with Steven Silas and Emi Udaka.
yeah. I mean, Houston just right now they only gave Şengün a good amount.
They lowball both of them.
No, but they gave Jalen Green like a shorter term.
Yes.
They basically gave Jalen Green a tradable contract where they can get rid
Yeah.
of him.
Because they're not sold on either of those guys. That's why like Rockets was they're more sold on Şengün than they are Jalen, but because of Şengün's injury, they were much more hesitant to give him an extension a lot sooner.
This is
Because you remember
this is
a
tough.
lot of these guys got paid a lot sooner. I think Franz Wagner got paid at the start of the offseason. The same with Scotty Barnes and Kate a lot sooner.
Yeah, Jabari. This is a tough season for Jabari to not play well and see Paolo balling out like that.
Oh, Paulo Banchero's balling out, Chet Holmgren, and I believe Mobley's from the same draft class.
Yeah, Paolo's gonna get paid. He's gonna get paid.
Paulo's gonna get. Well, all of them are getting. I think Evan Mobley might be from the same draft class, or he's from. No, he's from the Kate Cunningham draft class. Never mind.
But the same way Paolo's in position to get paid,
Yeah.
like he gets the minutes, he can ball out. There's no real
Yeah.
expectation. Jabari should have
No.
been in this young Houston team when he first arrived. He should have been in the same position.
Yes.
But now when you see Fred VanVleet, Dylan Brooks, they draft Reed Shepard, Amen Thompson. Wow, it's just man, this is kind of crazy. Houston
a lot of
sent,
personalities in one basketball.
yeah, and Houston sent Cam Whitmore to the G League.
Yeah.
They sent Cam Whitmore to the G League. Like they're not playing. Like they want
No.
these guys to play a certain way. And
And I think they're gonna trade. Yeah.
and
They're gonna
imagine,
trade Jason Tate too, sooner or later.
wasn't he playing well last year?
He played okay, but he's a lot older.
Yeah, he's 29. He's getting paid
Yeah.
7 mil. Man, this is crazy. Imagine Scoot Henderson was in this role. Scoot will be going through it right here. Yo,
Oh,
you know what's so crazy? If Jabari Smith was in Portland, he would be in position to get that money that Paulo was gonna get next year. He would have been getting the minutes,
100%.
getting the shots off, and then Scoot would actually be in his proper role in this Houston team. He would actually be in his proper role. He would be like a 25-minute per game guy, playing good defense around the perimeter. Udoka's not gonna let him take a bunch of shots. He would have been in his proper role, flourishing on this team, but he wouldn't get the max money. But Jabari on Portland, I think his numbers would be way higher than what it is here.
Yeah.
Wow, like yo, it's
100%.
so crazy how these things end up working out.
And he's not a bad player by any means. Like Jabari is a good player, but I think like from his peers, right? You look at Chet Holmgren and Paulo Banchero. He has not reached up to that level, and I just think his game is very limited to reach to that level.
Yeah, this is man. A lot of this comes down to luck, man. A lot of this comes down to luck. Like this is kind of crazy. Jabari Smith is on a crowded early 20s team. There's a lot of guys over here. A lot of guys. But yet Scoot has all the opportunity in the world, but his talent is not translating.
No. Well, it might take him maybe it takes him next year, who knows, right? But as of right now, as it stands, it hasn't really translated, and it's kind of hard for it to translate. I think a lot of it's like the Ignite program on paper is good, but dude, I feel like in order to really get NBA ready level, it's kind of difficult, man. Yeah, it seems like a lot for them is a lot more difficult, like trying to get their game together and trying to understand like what their strengths are, what their weaknesses are.
Yeah,
But until then, I feel like a lot of them are like volume shooters.
Yeah, it's kind of it's kind of unique circumstance. I'm wondering if their agents now, like these brand new agents that are dealing with these players come off of NIL, if entering the NBA draft, they avoid talking to certain teams.
Yeah.
Because the position the player is going to be on contract renewal. Like going into when Jabari Smith went to the Rockets, they were in a position to stay young. But I think something happened when he got drafted. They got Ume out of nowhere because they were never in position to get him until that Boston situation. Yeah, that Boston situation. And now all of a sudden they got older players on this team. So now he's not even in a position to get a max or just to get some output to produce numbers to get a max rookie scale extension. But had he got drafted to Portland, man, he would have been in that position.
Yeah, because Portland's irrelevant, right?
Yeah.
But the Rockets went from day and night shift to like, oh yeah, you do whatever you want to like, okay, now we're winning.
Wow, that's tough. That's tough. Yeah,
it's an unfortunate situation.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate. It's very unfortunate for him because especially with the coach they have, he's not into. Ume is not set up to put these young guys in a position to get them paid. He doesn't
care about he doesn't want to develop talent.
Yeah,
he's here to win.
Yeah, it's extremely unfortunate for them. He's not gonna get them paid like that. It's just I don't really see it. Even Amen Thompson, even though like he kind of fits Ume archetype of a player that he wants, I wouldn't be shocked if Houston packages a lot of these guys for like a more polished player. I wouldn't be shocked.
They want to.
Yeah.
Like the Rockets are trying to shop for whichever best player is available.
Yeah, he's not in position. But hey, that's how it is. That's why I said like I'm wondering if agents nowadays they really kind of scout where these teams are at and they're trying to get their young players there. Like, hey, I got a first overall pick as my client, a potential like top 3 lottery pick. Let's get you to Portland because
They did that.
at the
They
end of
did
the
that with
day,
Star.
yeah, 4 years from now, they're
Mhm.
still gonna be kind of building their team. They're not a free agent destination, so it's a
Yeah.
guarantee you're gonna get your shots up, you're gonna get time to develop, and then by the time your deal comes up, they should be in a you should be in a position to prove yourself where
Yeah.
you can get a max deal, and that agent could also get a cut of that.
I mean, dude, they're doing it with. You saw Alexander Sarr. He did everything to avoid going to the Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That would have been a bad position for him to
No,
be in.
100%.
Oh, it
Because
makes
it seems like
sense.
he lacks development.
But at the end of the day, it's on him to
Yeah.
prove because right now he has the breathing room. He has the runway to
Because nobody
put
cares about the Wizards.
yeah to put up the shots to produce numbers enough so when that rookie scale extension comes up, he says,
Yeah.
"Hey, let's max you out here because you're the because remember he fit because he slotted in the first overall pick. He
Yeah.
slotted to get a certain price point on his renewal.
Yeah.
Same thing for Scoot and same thing for Jabari. Scoot is probably gonna get a higher number, even with his bullshit performances, than Jabari.
Yeah. Because Scoot has more freedom.
Yeah, that shit is crazy. Wow,
Yeah.
that shit is
Scoot has
crazy.
more freedom to do whatever, right?
Do you think this is gonna be a heavier trend that we're gonna see as the years go by and this new TV deal
Yeah.
money comes in? Players
Oh,
avoiding certain
100%.
teams.
Yeah. If you're not a clear cut star, like out the gate, like Banchero was a clear cut star, right?
Mm-hmm.
We can all agree on that. Um, Victor Wembanyama came in hot. I remember Zion came in hot. You know, Ben Simmons came in hot too. I can't lie to you. I know, like we like to make fun of him, but he kind of came in hot. Donovan Mitchell. But if you're a player that like needs like 1 or 2 years to like actually become a good player, you would want to avoid a situation like the Atlanta Hawks, where they're just like a playing team looking to add more talent to become a playoff team.
Correct. And that's also kind of dangerous for that French kid. But he has a skill set to get paid, but
He's solid, and
yeah,
I'm not gonna lie,
he's
but I
just
think
young.
yeah, he fits a lot better with the Atlanta Hawks. He's a good off-ball player, and like this whole draft is full of role players, right? But I
Mhm.
think Sarr is much more of a raw product. So if you're Alexander Sarr's agent, you would do anything to like make sure that your guy like reaches full potential in a team like the Washington Wizards.
Yep.
Because the pressure is not on him to be a star, right? In Washington, is the pressure is on like Kyle Kuzma and Jordan Poole, the veteran and guys who won a championship before. Let's circle back to the conversation we were talking about earlier about Jabari Smith Jr. and um Scoot Henderson. If
Mhm.
you're a young player, do you try to tank your value to avoid going to Oklahoma?
Oh yeah. Yeah, you probably would, or you probably would work out for them, but work out funny, like you don't
Yeah.
jump high or sluggish or yeah. Who would like no young player should want to go there? To be honest with you, that
Yes.
wants to get paid, like you shouldn't go there. That's not the good opportunity. There's gonna be a young player that's gonna be compromised. Yeah, that's the only thing that sucks about being in those situations because you saw how Jason Tatum actually spoke on when he first went to the Boston Celtics as a rookie. He was mad concerned about his playtime when they got what's his name, Hayward.
Yes.
Yeah, he said he was extremely concerned and he was thinking about asking for a trade.
He wanted out.
Yeah,
I think he
so
said on the Jeff Teague podcast.
yeah, which was pretty shocking, but it's not surprising. It's like guys are thinking about like their opportunity in the
Yeah.
league because I think you get branded real early on. If you come in the league, you're in a spot where you can only average 18 minutes a game. You could actually get pigeonholed into that position for your whole
Yeah.
career.
You
So
don't want to be stuck in that spot, dude.
yeah, it's
You don't
tricky,
want to be
man.
Jabari Smith Jr.
Yeah, it's yeah, Jabari's in a
Hmm.
tough spot, man. Like
Yeah.
His team, low key, the Rockets should have never got that coach. That coach should have been the Boston Celtics coach still. That was some
Oh,
lucky shit.
100%.
That was some real lucky shit that happened to that team, that they got that type of coach out of nowhere.
Exactly. Out of nowhere.
Out of
But they would have
nowhere.
still been stuck with Steven Silas, so
Yeah, technically
yeah.
Houston would have been still in a tanking position.
And they would have been the Pistons of the West.
I don't think it would have been that far, but I think they would have been more like the more like the Atlanta Hawks of the West.
Yes.
Yeah, they would have been more like that. You know, they have talent, but it's like something is missing to put it all together. So yeah, this is tough, man. That's actually a good point you brought up, man. It's to be like Jabari Parker. No, Jabari Smith. I don't know why I still keep saying Jabari Parker. Jabari Smith on Oklahoma City. Like, it's too crowded. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too crowded. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, this is a real tough thing going into the new deal that the NBA has, because the cap is gonna keep going up. So there's gonna be guys coming off the bench making 40 mil. Like that's the crazy part. There's gonna be guys coming off the bench, and I don't know. I haven't looked it up yet. I don't know how much they intend to pay the rookies coming in. It's definitely gonna be more money, but maybe some of the earlier top lottery picks are gonna be making 15 mil a year. Like, just to start off. That's a lot of money for a rookie to come in.
Oh, hell yeah.
15 mil off a rip. So they might feel different. We never know these things. Their relationship with the agents, they might feel different. Because it's going to be like, what? It could be like 15 mil a year, 4 years guaranteed. As a person who's never proven anything. You just came in. All right, here's the money.
You know? go play basketball, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like
go
that.
Be our franchise corner piece.
Yeah, because I'm looking at Lou Dort. He's been in the league for a minute, and he's getting 17. It looks like...
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it looks like now, you know, with this new money, the cap going up every year 10%. Yeah, eventually it's going to be 15 off rip as a starting person.
And he's going to make it all NBA defensive team, right? So he's going to try to get paid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. SGA got a good deal. 35. He's only 35, 38. That's Julius Randle numbers.
Oh, yeah.
So he's putting up MVP status with Julius Randle payment. That's crazy.
What were you talking about?
SGA. He gets paid
SGA,
35, 38 million a year. Yo, he makes the same amount of money this year, almost the same amount of money as Emmanuel Quickly.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And Emmanuel Quickly is like a star player on a rebuilding team.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
This league, the money's gonna get high fast. It's gonna get high fast. But again, like you said, it's like right now we just kind of figured out how Jabari Smith is actually kind of getting fucked over. That shit is kind of shocking because the money's getting fucked over. Is a lot of money. You could get fucked over like 40 mil.
And the sad part is like nobody's gonna campaign for him. Everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, that guy's still in the NBA."
Yeah, man. Had he been on the Blazers, he's easily gonna
different story.
Yeah, he's gonna get that extension.
Shit, the Pistons, different story.
Yeah, the Pistons they're gonna give it up anyway. You think the Pistons are gonna give Ivy that contract extension?
Dude, I think they're gonna lowball the shit out of him.
Man, Pistons, another team that got too many young fucking players, man.
Way too many young players. I think Isaiah Stewart, that guy's been in the NBA for a long time too.
Yeah, they got him for a good minute. Like, he signed another deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Cade. Yeah, it's okay. So Cade's extension starts at 38. It goes up to 51.
Yeah.
Wow, that's off a rookie extension? Wow, 38, 41, 44, 47, 51. That's crazy. And those are the numbers that, what's his name? Jabari Smith could be looking at when, his extension comes up, especially with the cap going up.
Yeah. Dude, my thing with him is I just hope the Rockets end up like giving him a sliding trade, bro.
He might end up getting the Julius Randle deal where they just let him walk and then he signs for more money but then
Yeah.
they push back how much he can get like a max deal by another
Yeah.
year. Yo, when a rookie leaves a team, like he just walks and goes somewhere else after the fourth year, he loses the eligibility to get like a super max for one more year. It's
Is
like a
that was
penalty
that what
for that.
happened when he went to the Pelicans? When
Yeah,
Julius went to the Pelicans?
yeah. So
Yeah.
Julius got paid. He got paid a lot more money for his fifth year in the league. But then when he's eligible for like a 10-year,
Yeah.
let's say if he the way he's balling out, he's eligible for a 10-year super max. They pushed it back another year because he got like restricted free agent money early. My bad. They kind of penalized the rookies for leaving early.
But the Lakers forced his hand to leave early too. That's like the most ironic part.
Yeah, I don't know if it works like that for the new CBA, but it worked like that
Yeah.
for the old one. Because
Because you remember,
we never
yeah,
really seen
my
it.
bad.
We never seen like Julius Randle, a 7th overall pick that's good, leave a team for nothing. We never seen that.
Yeah. Well, you remember it was over LeBron coming over.
It was, but Magic could have did a trade.
Yeah,
Magic
Magic
could have
is
did a
was
trade,
stupid.
man. Magic is
Magic
bugging.
was ridiculous, bro. They
Yeah,
lowballed the shit out of Julius Randle, bro.
yeah. Magic could have did. Magic could have got something. He could have got a
Yeah,
two
that's my
for
boy.
one.
Yeah.
He could have got something. Randall, he could have traded Randall on a rookie contract, getting paid $5 million. Like, bro, you can get something for that, man.
Honestly, him leaving LA was so good for him because I remember they had him off the bench for Larry Nance Jr.
Yeah, that's when what's his name, Luke Walton, the power
Luke
forward.
Walton's time.
Yeah, the power forward career killer.
Yeah,
My
he
man,
hated Julius Randle.
he hated Julius Randle, and who else did he hate? Marvin Bagley.
He killed Marvin Bagley's career.
Yeah, this dude
Uh,
kills the power forward's career. Power forward
yeah, I
killer.
mean Alvin Gentry. Thankfully, I guess Alvin Gentry had a little bit sensitive in his mind. He let Julius Randle be. I think Julius was a sixth man in fucking Pelicans too for Anthony Davis. But thank God he went to New York. That's all I can say.
Yep.